Alright guys, how are we doing tonight? Tonight's review is going to be on the GodMod 180S from SMY. I'm going to go ahead and show you the case and read down some of the specs for you. This is a case that it does come in. It's a zip case. It does have the authenticity sticker right here on the back of it as well. In the case, you are going to get the silk baggie that it comes in, a place for it to hold your mod. You're going to get the manual, which is right back here, which is this right here. They give you some cancel, a charge cable, which is right here, a little blue screwdriver, and then you have your QC pass card, which means it passed their quality control. You also do get a drip tip with it. The drip tip is a swivel drip tip, and it typically comes with the same color that the mod is. So if you have a blue mod like this one, you'll have a blue drip tip. If you have a red mod, it'll be red, orange, and so on. So, and why I am on that, I am going to go ahead and let you know that it comes in black, blue, orange, red, and silver. The entire construction of it is the aluminum, with the exception of this plastic piece right here, which runs all the way down through. Other than that, all the rest of the body is aluminum. It does hold 3 18650 batteries, which I will show you whenever I take it apart. Let me grab my screwdriver here. I'm going to go ahead and give it a vape real quick. I'm vaping it right now with the Tugboat version 2. It is a 0.34 ohm coil on 90 watts, and I am vaping Animal's Looper, which is fucking excellent if you have not tried it. I would very highly suggest that. I do have a video for that coming up here soon. It is variable voltage and variable wattage to get back into the specs. It runs from 5 to 220 watts. It does have vent holes right here. From what the website said, the ohms that it can go to is it can go to 0.2 ohms all the way up to 4 ohms. And it goes from 1 volt to 12.6 volts. The diameters of it are 119 millimeters by 69 by 30. So it is a fairly big mod. I mean, I have fairly big hands, and I mean, it's ginormous in my hands. Just to give you a little bit of, it is a lot bigger than my Segali 100 watt plus, just to give you a little bit of reference on that end. So what I am going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on pause. I'm going to go ahead and open up the back, and I will be back to you guys in a second. Alright guys, here is the inside of this GodMod 180. This is what the contacts right here do look at. I am pretty sure they look like they're copper or brass. I couldn't find it anywhere on their website. It does have plus and minus areas to show you which directions your battery goes in. And then it does have 2 screws up here where a lot of the circuitry is. Well, some of the circuitry for like the atomizer and all that. On the back door, there is a little padding here. What that padding is used for is to make sure that it's holding your batteries in place so they're not rattling around. So I would suggest using extremely high amp batteries, you know, Sony's VTC4, Sony VTC5s, Samsung 25R batteries, you know, something that's going to be good for it in case you are using that entire 220 watts. Sorry, I'm putting the back of it back on right now so I can do that, and I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to show you everything. It's not a bad box mod overall, but it does have its issues, which we are going to go through. Now that I do have it back on, this is the 510 connection in here. This does come off, so you can put an ego threading on there, which why you would ever want to have an ego threaded tank on there is beyond me. You could vape for weeks on that probably. I don't want to test the theory. It is not spring loaded in here, so which is a very bad thing. I do not like the fact that it is not spring-loaded. Some people won't mind, but pretty much everything that you have is going to have a bit of a gap, and you kind of have to adjust this ring up to kind of flush it out. But if it's a really bad gap, then you're going to have something in there that's pretty much got that gap that's just bad. It does have the puff counter right here. It tells you that it's reading at 28 degrees Celsius, and then it has your ohm and then the battery. It has your voltage, which right now it's set at 5 volts. No, 5 watts. I'm going to go ahead and get it back up here to 80, which it limits you whenever you very first start out. It limits you at 80. You actually have to go into the menu system and access the menu system to get it up past 80 watts. So I'm going to go ahead and take a vape at 80 watts, and then I'm going to show you how to get into the menu system. To access the menu system, what we're going to do here is we're going to press this 3 times, and then it's going to go in, and then you've got your overtime protection, your power off, which you're going to use these buttons right here to go up and down. You have screen setting, vapor settings, so I'm going to go ahead and click the vapor setting on, and then it's got an auto and a manual mode in there, which I know it's really, really complicated to see. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go down to power settings, and we're going to set it into super mode there, which makes it able to go up to, and it's going to give you a warning. Continuous discharge current for batteries must be over 30 amps. So now that I've got that, I'm going to go ahead and get it cranked back up to 91 watts. And just to show you guys this thing it goes up in 1 watt increments, and yes, it will get up to 220 watts. Mind you, it's got to be below 0.6 to get it. I'm going to go ahead and fire it at 220 watts. It is running in pulse width modulation whenever it's doing that. So, I mean, it is a mean son of a bitch. Let me go ahead and get this thing cranked back down, and I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts on it, and then I'm going to go ahead and let you guys out of here for the night. I'm going to go ahead and take another vape. Overall, it is a good box mod, especially for people that are looking to cloud chase and that want to have more battery life. It's very, very solidly constructed. It's very, very big in the hand, which I do not like. The fact that it does not have an adjustable or spring-loaded 510, I really don't like. I wish there was a way to magnetize the back doors. Other than that, I mean, it's a really, really good advanced box mod, and for the price, it's not that bad. We carry it at the shop that I work at, which is Vapors in Effingham, and I think the price we run it for is right around $150. So it's not a bad little device. It is a little bit on the higher end on the price. Overall, I would say I would give it about a 7 out of 10, but the main reason is I just find it a little bit too bulky, and there's certain things about it that I just don't like. The fact that it doesn't have the spring-loaded 510, the fact that it doesn't have the magnetic back door. It is a good device if you are looking to cloud chase. Don't get me wrong. It's one of the highest wattage box mods out on the market. I think right now, if I remember right, the only one that goes up above it is the Variant Ant, and I know there's another one made by SMY that's a 260. I do know there are a couple of those out. So if you are looking for a good high wattage box mod, it's a solid box mod if you can get past the things that are wrong with it. But other than that, guys, you have a good night and vape safe.